Haha, what's up guys? Hope you guys are doing good. So you know what this is, right? If you were thinking the VILTROX RF speed booster, then no. Well, I mean, yes it is, but it's more than that. This is the first product that a company sent me for free to review. So I appreciate all you guys watching the videos, commenting, liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I hope that this is just the beginning and that companies are gonna be sending me a bunch of stuff to review. Cause you know, I like me some camera gear and it's always fun to get new toys to play with, especially when they're free. So anyhow, when VILTROX first sent me the email saying that they wanted to send it out, I was thinking to myself, yeah, cool, I'll do a little review video about it. And then I'll slap the thing on eBay, sell it for 250 bucks and make some money. But now that I got this thing, and I put it on my EOS R, I'm actually gonna keep it. And in this video, I'm gonna let you know why I think if you're using the EOS RP, EOS R, R5, R6, C70, or really any RF mount camera, then the VILTROX 0.71 speed booster / focal length reducer is a no-brainer. What this thing is essentially gonna do is take any lens that you use with it and give it an extra stop of light. And if you're dealing with a crop for any reason, then it's gonna reduce that crop by 0.71 times. So let's take the EOS R that I'm using, for example. And by the way, I'm using the adapter right now so you can get an idea about the autofocus, the colors, the sharpness, everything. Now on the EOS R in 4K, it gives you an extreme crop. So when I slap the speed booster on there, it allows me to use my EOS R in 4K and reduces the crop tremendously, making it closer to a normal full frame field of view. Now before the speed booster arrived, the reason I was thinking to sell it is because I really don't use 4K that much. What I do is I shoot everything in 1080 and then I just export it as 4K. But then I remembered, all of Canon's full frame cameras have something called movie crop mode. And what this is for using crop sensor lenses on your full frame camera. But the beautiful part is that you could use it with full frame lenses as well. And all it's gonna do is increase the focal length so that you get more reach. So that being said, if I put my EOS R in crop mode, it's gonna give me more reach. But then if I slap the speed booster on it, it's gonna reduce that focal length and put me back where I started. So what's the point, right? Well, the point is that it gives me an extra stop of light. So an f2.8 lens will turn into a f1.8, which is quite significant. And that's gonna do two things. It's gonna allow you to keep your ISO lower and give you a cleaner image with less noise. And two, it's gonna reduce the focal length. So to get back to that original focal length, you would come closer to your subject. And because now you're able to come closer to your subject, it's gonna give you more shallow depth of field. Basically, it's gonna give you more bokeh. And like I said, all of Canon's full frame cameras have a crop mode. And if you have the Canon C70, well, that's already cropped. And with the C70, the autofocus tends to kind of have a hard time when the lighting conditions are a little bit dark. So the extra stop of light that you're gonna get is gonna be clutch. I also heard a rumor that all of Canon's future APS-C cameras are gonna be RF mount. And if that's the case, then this speed booster is gonna be super handy if you happen to get one of those cameras as well. Now, as you may know, Metabones and Canon have their own speed booster for the RF mount. But the thing is that Canon's is about 600 bucks and the Metabones one is about $500. How does this speed booster stack up against the one from Canon and from Metabones? Well, as you can see, the autofocus is functioning fine. The sharpness looks good. And from what I've seen, there's no advantage in paying double for the Canon one or the Metabones one, except in one scenario, and that's if you need it to be weather sealed. The Canon adapter is weather sealed, whereas the VILTROX one isn't. Another thing to keep in mind when comparing the VILTROX one to the Canon one is that with the Canon speed booster, it's extremely tight fitting. With the VILTROX one, it has just a slight bit of wiggle to it, but it's not really a cause for concern in my opinion, unless you're gonna be mounting one of those big bazooka telephoto type lenses on there, then it might be an issue. But other than that, there's really no point in paying double for the Canon or the Metabones one in my opinion. So anyway, I would most definitely recommend this speed booster for anyone using any RF mount camera. And if you use my link in the description below, you can get 10% off when ordering this. So that'll save you about 28 bucks. But on top of that, VILTROX has been coming out with a whole bunch of quality products lately. Everything from fast lenses to RGB lights, camera cages, monitors, and more. So not only will that link save you 10% off on the speed booster, but anything else that you want to pick up from the VILTROX store as well. And speaking about getting professional, cinematic results out of your camera without breaking the bank, you most definitely need to click on this thumbnail to find out how I saved $6,000 on lenses for my EOS R. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Peace.